Gentlemen, welcome to the class of 2023 commencement ceremony for the University of Oklahoma College of Medicine's OUT School of Community Medicine. I'm Dr. James Herman. I have the honor of being the Dean of the School of Community Medicine. And it's such a pleasure to welcome everybody to our wonderful space here on the Schusterman campus. This is such a special day for all of us because today 29 dedicated and bright individuals are entering a noble profession. We're pleased that all of you are joining us for our ceremony here in Tulsa, School of Community Medicine, and celebrating the accomplishment of this year's graduates of our school. Now I would ask all of our graduates, the stage party, and the audience to stand as Allison Rowe, a member of this 2023 graduating class, comes forward to perform our national anthem. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Joining me on stage today are the OU, Tulsa, and School of Community Medicine leaders who are participating in today's ceremonies, and distinguished guests, all of whom I would like to recognize now. I will ask each of them to stand as their name is called and request the audience to please hold applause until all are recognized. Thank you. On my right, your left, Interim President of the University of Oklahoma Tulsa, Dr. Jim Sluss. Chair of the University of Oklahoma Board of Regents, Natalie Shirley. Associate Dean for Clinical Affairs and Chief Medical Officer for OU Physicians Tulsa, representing our alumni today, Dr. Audrey Corbett. On my left to your right, Professor Emeritus, Department of Family and Community Medicine, and former Dean of the University of Missouri-Columbia School of Medicine, and our commencement speaker today, Dr. Stephen Zweig. Associate Dean of Student Affairs, Dr. Jean Hayes. Our two faculty representatives chosen by our graduating class to lead today's hooding ceremony, Chair of the Department of Internal Medicine, Dr. Michael Weiss, and Internal Medicine Clerkship Director, Dr. Oliver Sequeira. On our second row, OU Tulsa Assistant Vice President for Research and School of Community Medicine Associate Dean for Research, Dr. Kent Teague. Associate Dean of Graduate Medical Education, Dr. Yolanda Gomez. Assistant Dean for Clinical Research, Dr. Martina Jelly. Assistant Dean for Equity and Community Engagement, Dr. Saisha Dennis. Assistant Dean for Undergraduate Medical Education, Dr. Andrew Liu. Chair of the Department of Emergency Medicine, Dr. Boyd Burns. Chair of the Department of Family and Community Medicine, Dr. Monty Cavanaugh. Chair of the Department of Psychiatry, Dr. Andrea Gleason. Chair of the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology, Dr. Karen Gold. Chair of the Department of Medical Informatics and Assistant Provost for Strategic Planning, Dr. David Kendrick. Chair of the Department of Pediatrics, Dr. Keith Mather. Chair of the Department of Surgery, Dr. Tim Nelson. And also on the stage are representatives from the College of Medicine's faculty. Would all faculty members please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. Class of 2023, each of you know that you didn't make it to this day alone. Many others have walked by your side to get you here now. Let's take this opportunity to recognize those whose support contributed significantly to your success. To the parents, spouses, other family members, friends, and faculty members gathered here today on behalf of our School of Community Medicine and our graduating class, we give a heartfelt thank you. Thank you for your encouragement, sacrifice, and unwavering support. We're grateful for your loyalty to these medical students now, soon to be these young doctors. Class, I ask you to please join me in applauding and appreciating all of those who have supported and helped you along the way. Okay, well, class of 2023, guess what? The day has finally arrived. The culmination of your medical school education and the beginning of the next phase of your continuing medical education and training. During your 4 years here, you have been a witness to many exciting developments and changes in medicine and in our medical school. In the past 3 years, you've faced unique challenges and persevered through the most significant health event our world has seen in over 100 years. In March of your first year, the pandemic brought uncertainty for everyone, requiring creativity, flexibility, and adaptability as we all learned together how to deliver preclinical medical education remotely. Your class faced that uncertainty with commitment and determination, delivering a strong academic performance and an enthusiasm for continuous improvement. As a class, you've shared excitement, anxiety, stress, intellectual and emotional growing pains, exhaustion, relief, and elation, and you're stronger and closer because of sharing all of these experiences and emotions. Class of 2023, today you become graduates and alumni of the University of Oklahoma School of Community Medicine. Your class will leave an indelible and positive mark on our school and on each other. And I congratulate all of you, members of the class of 2023, on your achievements and success in reaching this critical milestone of your career. The faculty of the college will now join me with everyone else, please, in expressing how proud we are of you today. It is now my pleasure to introduce our 2023 commencement speaker, Dr. Steve Zweig. Dr. Zweig currently serves as Professor Emeritus at the University of Missouri School of Medicine after retiring as Dean at the school in the fall of 2022. He grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, and after graduating from high school, became the first in his family to attend college, graduating magna cum laude from a place you may have heard of, Harvard University, with a degree in history and science. He then attended the University of Missouri School of Medicine, where he obtained his Doctor of Medicine degree. Dr. Zweig completed a family medicine residency program at the University of Missouri, followed by a Robert Wood Johnson Foundation Fellowship in Academic Family Practice, which, by the way, is when and where we met first, and a Master of Science in Public Health from MU. Following his residency and fellowship, Dr. Zweig served in a variety of roles for the Department of Family Medicine at the University of Missouri, including being the Family Medicine Residency Program Director, Fellowship Co-Director, Associate Chair, then Department Chair for 11 years. In his time as a faculty member at MU, he helped develop a new problem-based medical school curriculum, including a course on clinical epidemiology. In 2019, Dr. Zweig became Dean of the MU School of Medicine, serving until his retirement in 2022. As Dean, he strived to build stronger bonds with MU Healthcare and the MU campus to better achieve the clinical, educational, and research goals of the academic health system, emphasizing team building, infrastructure, and leadership development, and rational, fair, and transparent policies to facilitate the School of Medicine faculty and staff. In his 3 years as dean, faculty doubled research awards to the medical school, and he hired 12 department chairs, going from 1 to 6 women in department chair positions. In his last year as dean, the entering class was the most diverse and academically accomplished in school history. In his retirement, Dr. Zweig continues to enjoy helping leaders be successful. He currently co-leads the Physician Leadership Development Academy at the University of Missouri. He's a community mentor in the Association of Departments of Family Medicine Leads Fellowship Program for senior leaders, and co-leads the ADFM MU New Family Medicine Chair Workshop in Columbia, Missouri. And he also finds some time, given all that, to go fly fishing once in a while. I happen to know that. I'm very pleased to introduce my friend and colleague, Dr. Stephen Zweig, and ask you to join me and welcome him to the podium.
Thanks, it's great to be here, and you all really look great. It was my great joy to be at your awards ceremony last night and to see the care and concern that you have for each other and the commitment that your faculty has for you. So I appreciate being able to be part of that. It's an amazing experience to be at a ceremony which includes drums and bagpipes before your funeral. So you should all recognize that. And thank you, Allison, for your beautiful rendition of our national anthem. And congratulations to you all. And thanks, Dean Herman, for inviting me to your school today. Your school is fortunate to have a leader with the experience, integrity, intellect, and commitment in the person of Dr. Herman. So when I retired 6 months ago, I had the opportunity as dean to help lead the MU School of Medicine, and with Jonathan Curtright, who's in the audience, as the CMO of MU Healthcare, through the most challenging time in our history, both financially and professionally, but also personally for those of us who are leaders and those who work there. And in that way, our lives have crossed, because you too have experienced the challenges of trying to learn to be a doctor in the middle of a global pandemic. Some of my proudest moments were addressing our students during commencements like this. And today, your family members and you and your faculty are very, very proud of you. So let's talk about you. I've learned a little bit about what you've accomplished in addition to completing the challenging course of a medical school curriculum. You've been recognized for both scholarship and humanism through national awards. 97%, I've learned, participated in research during your time here. Most of you also worked in the student-run Bedlam longitudinal and evening clinics providing care to those most in need. You volunteered in your community to contribute to the COVID response, while also advocating for Medicaid expansion and encouraging people to register to vote. These are meaningful activities that embody the many roles of a physician. Like the name of your school reinforces, physicians respond to the needs of their communities. And the COVID pandemic affected us all in many ways. Family members and colleagues were separated, rituals like weddings and funerals were disrupted, other sacred and celebratory events were canceled. Many people lost their job. We lost many people who were important in our lives. And our communities were challenged and changed during that time. And your educational experience was transformed. You had to do things that no other medical school classes had done before. But I hope that you also gained resilience that will sustain you in the next challenges that you face. You and your healthcare colleagues rose to the occasion. And in almost every community in the United States, we created processes to care for patients in safe and effective manners. I know in our place, clinicians selflessly delivered outstanding care. And scientists from around the country produced effective vaccines in record time, and despite the obstacles, administered those vaccines to hundreds of millions of people. I see by the match results that you'll be going from coast to coast, New York to California, and that you'll continue your training in virtually all the specialty areas of medicine. I'm also pleased, and I'm sure your state and your family members are too, to learn that almost half of you will stay in Oklahoma for your training, and I've learned about a third will stay here in Tulsa. One thing we do know is that your role as physicians has never been more important. In whatever specialty area you've chosen, you will be affected by future novel viral infections and other unforeseen challenges. You'll also care for patients with many other problems that did not go away with the pandemic, and there will always be opportunities to promote health and relieve suffering. I started my residency over 40 years ago, and I felt like even though people were calling me doctor, I didn't really know very much, and it was pretty scary. I have to say, though, that I did know a lot, and you know a lot also. But none of us can know everything, and your learning will go on, which is certainly one of the great joys of being a physician. Next year will be a very accelerated learning time. You've given your all to an educational experience with demonstrated value, and you're going to take the knowledge, skills, and attitudes learned here and apply them in your next training environment and eventually your lifelong practice. You are well prepared for residency training in any discipline. So now I'm going to offer you a few tips for residency and beyond. There are 10 of them, which is a lot, but they're short, and I'm old, and you have to humor me. So first, as you've done in the past, throw yourself into it. Your intention will guide your learning, and that only you can invest that. Continue to be curious and open to new ideas and approaches and perspectives. Medicine is the quintessential career which requires continuous learning, and mostly we learn from each other. Second, be your patient's doctor. Listen to them. Don't doctor only to a piece of your patient. One of the most important roles of physicians is to relieve suffering. Sometimes that means treating and curing disease, but it also means listening closely, listening for our patients' distress, loss, despair, and sometimes isolation. We can't fix everything, but only by understanding our patients' experience can we help them to heal. Third, don't be afraid to ask for help, ever. In general, physicians are much more likely to offer help than to ask for it, but we are not all powerful. Accept, trust, communicate, and plan with members of your team, and they can be of great help to you and also be a great source of your resilience. Accordingly, don't ever be too busy to be a team member. In fact, working in teams is how we get things done in medicine. Respect and value the diverse learned experiences of your patients and your colleagues. Different skills and perspectives bring more and better solutions. And you'll find that a combination of both humility and confidence will serve you well as a team member, colleague, and physician. Number 5, sleep is always good. So is exercise. You will need to take care of yourself to help others. The next few years will be especially taxing, both physically and mentally. So learn and sustain good habits of caring for yourselves. 6, do today's work today. Don't get behind in doing patient notes or making that difficult phone call. Number 7, try not to take insults personally, not from patients, bosses, or colleagues. Learn to let them go. You do get to choose how you react. I've had to practice that a lot. 8, don't pile up on others. Nurses, hospital administrators, other docs, patients who don't do what you think they should do. We're all imperfect and we're all still learning. Most important, Treat your family with the love they deserve. Next, recognize that you will be seen as a leader, so act like one. Leaders aren't born. They're made with intention, a desire to help create a shared mission, self-awareness, skills in organizing and leading teams, and the abilities to act, decide, and learn based on outcomes. But leaders are also pleasant, and they're pleasant to everyone. Say hello, say thank you, and goodbye. It goes a long way. Finally, be who you are. You got here because of a vision of yourself as a physician. Be that interested, conscientious, respectful, empathetic, caring, and capable doctor that you've always aspired to be. Your time here will endure because you're now part of the continuing legacy of this great school, and your individual contributions will be unique, and we all eagerly await to see what they are and the impact that you will have on your patients' lives and the future of medicine. We truly have a great privilege to practice medicine, and with that goes great responsibility. Today, cherish the moment, reflect on and celebrate what you've accomplished, and go forward proudly, but with the humility as you fulfill your role as a physician. So thank you for allowing me to be part of this day and your great accomplishments. Best wishes always.
Thank you, Dr. Zweig. Truly inspirational. An important tradition at the School of Community Medicine commencement is the student address. Selected by her classmates to offer some final thoughts and words of gratitude on their behalf is Madeline Lyons. Madeline, who is known to her classmates as Maddie, grew up in Seattle, Washington, and graduated from Garfield High School. She then moved to Tulsa and attended the University of Tulsa, majoring in exercise and sports science, and was a member of the TU rowing team. As a medical student at the School of Community Medicine, Maddie served her class all 4 years as the elected class secretary, has played a critical role as a student leader in the Bedlam Clinic, and is a regular volunteer for community outreach events. She's been recognized for her leadership skills, the high level of professionalism she has demonstrated, particularly in clinical environments, and her commitment to pursuing a career in primary care. In the spring of 2022, Madeline was awarded both the Mary Kay and John T. Oxley School of Community Medicine Scholarship, given to a student committed to a primary care field of medicine, as well as the Diane Heaton Award for Professionalism. Following graduation, Maddie will complete her residency in pediatrics at Oregon Health Science University in Portland, Oregon. Maddie is respected and admired by her classmates and many of us, and who have chosen to give her this year's student address. Please welcome Maddie Lyons.
Thank you, Dean Herman. Hi. A huge hello and welcome to our family and friends, to the faculty and staff, and to the class of 2023. I can't actually believe that it's finally May 19th. It's an absolute privilege and a joy to be standing here in front of all of you today, and to know that in just a few minutes, we will be known as doctors of medicine at last. I remember trying to picture this day during the first week of medical school when we were at Summer Institute, and I couldn't even imagine what it would look like, what it would feel like. It all felt so far away and so unattainable. But the day finally came. In the last 4 years, we've done a lot. I mean, a lot. The first 2 years of medical school were spent soaking up all the classroom knowledge we could handle. It's true what they say, learning in medical school is like trying to drink out of a fire hose, and we found that out pretty much in our first week. We started with human anatomy. We dissected cadavers and then started learning all the muscles, nerves, arteries, and tissues that make our bodies run. We learned from Dr. Beal how to do the power clap for good luck. We moved on to learning biochemistry, enzymes, immunology, bacteria, viruses, parasites, fungi, endocrinology, the GI system, metabolism. We dove deep into the heart, the lungs, the kidneys, the nervous system. You can't fathom the sheer quantity of coffee and Diet Coke from Bill and Ruth's that it took to make it through all of this. It was just outrageous. At one point, one of us brought a sleeping bag up to the mods and just decided to get a few hours of sleep up there rather than bother driving home for the night. We then studied for months to prepare for our first 8-hour licensing exam. We did UWorld practice questions, we watched pathoma videos and sketchy medicine videos, we did Anki flashcards, we annotated the first aid textbook. Then, we jumped right into the next phase of med schooling. We spent the next year rotating long hours in hospitals and clinics. We valiantly scrubbed into surgeries and mostly avoided contaminating sterile fields. We happily closed large incisions with our careful little sutures. We hustled from room to room before dawn, seeing our patients so that we could be ready for every possible question during rounds. We never were. We got locked in stairwells, some of us. We ate incredible amounts of free food from the St. John's cafeteria. Incredible amounts. We joked with little kids in the children's hospital, and then we caught all of the colds that they would give us in clinic later. We delivered a few babies and a lot of placentas. We held surgical retractors with laser-like focus while testing the absolute upper limits of our arm strength during surgery. We adjusted blood pressure medicines for our patients in Bedlam Clinic. Afterwards, we came home, we ate dinner, studied for our next test, and fell asleep early with the alarm set for dark and early the next morning, ready to do it all over again. Then, somehow our third year of medical school ended, and we took another 8-hour licensing exam. Fourth year arrived, and we traveled for our audition rotations, carefully sent out applications for residencies, then sat down and did interview after interview. We put together our rank lists, crossed our fingers for good luck, and finally found out where our very first doctor jobs would be. So now we know. We're not magically becoming doctors today because somebody waved a magic wand. We did all of that piece by piece, day by day, test by test. Sometimes it felt like jumping through hoop after hoop after hoop. But through it, we earned the right to call ourselves doctors today. And of course, all of this would be utterly impossible to try to do alone, and there are so many people who deserve all of our thanks. First, to the College of Medicine faculty, thank you for being our teachers. Thank you for recognizing our unfilled potential even when we couldn't see it, and pushing us to be the best that we could be. Thank you for continuing to patiently teach even when we answered question after question wrong on rounds. Thank you for not laughing the first time that you heard us awkwardly try to interview a patient alone. Thank you for the career advice, research mentoring, and common sense guidance in moments of uncertainty. You showed us every day what it looks like to be a good doctor to your patients and your community. Thank you for being tremendous role models so that we can strive to someday practice and teach just like you. To Dean Hayes, thank you for guiding us through this long journey of the unknown like a confident ship captain. Throughout the 4 years, you took the time to understand each of our dreams and goals and helped us take action to turn these huge, daunting tasks into things that we could actually envision and achieve. Thank you for always being our advocate, for caring about each of us as more than just a number, and for creating the warm and welcoming environment of the School of Community Medicine. To the student services staff, thank you for keeping us organized and sane. You listened and patiently responded to our feedback and always met us with a smile and a piece of candy from the bowl. You are the reason this program is able to keep running smoothly, and we're so thankful for all the hard work you do behind the scenes day in and day out. To the friends and family who supported us all the way through. You celebrated with us when we got the acceptance emails. You listened to all of our med school stories for 4 years. You learned all the lingo. What the heck is an OSCE, anyway? Is that different from a shelf? What's step 1? And then, wait, what's step 2? What's a sub-I? You understood when we had to go to bed early and give up our Saturdays to take practice tests. Thank you for being our biggest cheerleaders, for believing that we could do anything. Thank you for celebrating all of our mini stepping stone successes along the way. Thank you for cherishing us even when we were stressed and tired and overwhelmed. You made it possible for us to be here today. And finally, I knew I was gonna cry. I personally have to thank my classmates. You are the only people who can truly understand the pressure cooker that is medical school. We went through every day of this together. I've watched all 28 of you pull off these amazing research projects, invest in our community with meaningful community service projects, and stun me with your nuanced understanding of human physiology. I've also watched you plan weddings, raise children, let me play with those children, Thank you for being kind, hilarious, generous, brilliant people. Thank you for encouraging me to dream big, for inspiring me with your hard work, for commiserating with me and with each other when a day just sucked. Thank you for becoming a team that sticks by each other and collectively makes each other better. I cannot wait to see where we will be and what we will get to accomplish in the next 10, 20, 30 years. The future's hard to predict, but I'm going to take a stab at it with a few things I'm certain of before I close out here. First of all, I'm certain that we will not just survive, but thrive through residency. We know the workload's going to be challenging, but we've proven again and again how ready we are for a challenge. I'm ready for the next phase of training, and I know all of you are too. I can already see how we're going to dig into our future residency programs and become leaders there. I'm also certain that we will invest deeply in the communities where we practice. We've had the privilege of getting our training at the School of Community Medicine, and now the responsibilities that come hand in hand with that are making themselves known. We are charged with taking care of our patients and advocating for our people. With MDs behind our names, we are no longer free to walk away when we see people who need our help, and we have the tools and talents to be able to make a difference in our communities. We started this journey full of excitement to learn how to be doctors. I'm certain that we will continue to find joy, excitement, passion, and humor, not only in our careers, but in the many unexpected places where our lives lead us. I think we're ready to get started. Congratulations, class of 2023. Now let's graduate.
Thank you, Maddie. And now, to the awarding of degrees. To authorize the awarding of our degrees, it is now my pleasure to recognize Regent Natalie Shirley.
Maddie, I never want to follow you again. That was just terrific. I see her pride in you, and I just want to congratulate you one more time. Just did a great job. By the power vested in me by the University of Oklahoma Board of Regents, the state regents for higher education, and the laws and statutes of the state of Oklahoma, I authorize the awarding of degrees at the 2023 College of Medicine, School of Community Medicine Commencement. Will all of the candidates for Doctor of Medicine degree now please stand? Members of the class of 2023, you have satisfied all of the requirements and obligations imposed by the faculty for graduation from the College of Medicine. Acting now on their recommendation and by authority vested in me by the University of Oklahoma Board of Regents and the Oklahoma State Regents for Higher Education, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Medicine and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities associated with the degree.
Congratulations, doctors. The class may now be seated. The student marshals will lead each row of graduates to the platform to be invested with the hood symbolic of the Doctor of Medicine degree. Dr. Jean Hayes, Associate Dean of Student Affairs, will now come to the podium to read the names and short biographies of the graduating students. Dr. Michael Wise, followed by Dr. Oliver Sequeira, will also come forward to hood the graduates.
Emily Allen McNulty. Emily is the daughter of Jennifer and Steve Allen of Tulsa, Oklahoma. She graduated from Bishop Kelly High School and received her undergraduate degree from the University of Oklahoma. Emily and her husband, Dr. Sam McNulty, will continue to live in Tulsa, where she will begin her residency in emergency medicine at Oklahoma State University Center for Health Sciences. Ethan Lee Allison. Ethan is the son of Janelle and Charles Allison of Bixby, Oklahoma. He graduated from Bixby High School and received his undergraduate degree from American Military University. Ethan, his wife Kara, and their 2 children, Gunnar and Finley, will continue to live in Tulsa, where he will begin his residency in emergency medicine at the University of Oklahoma School of Community Medicine. Tessa Jane Austin. Tessa is the daughter of Sheila and Johnny Joe Morgan. Her undergraduate degree from Oklahoma State University. Additionally, she completed her Master of Science in Industrial Engineering at Oklahoma State University prior to entering medical school. Tessa, her husband Andrew, and their 2 children, Arlo and Kirby, will be moving to Wichita, Kansas, where she will begin her residency in anesthesiology at the University of Kansas School of Medicine, Wichita. Andrew Baker. Andrew is the son of Gil and Shona Baker of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. He graduated from Mount St. Mary's School and received his undergraduate degree from the University of Oklahoma. Andrew and his partner, Dr. Lynn Bowie, will be continuing the residency journey together. Andrew will be moving to Oak Lawn, Illinois, where he will begin his residency in emergency medicine at Advocate Healthcare, Illinois. Marissa Bravo. Marissa is the daughter of Dr. Francisco and Kimberly Bravo of Tahlequah, Oklahoma. She graduated from Tahlequah High School and received her undergraduate degree from the University of Tulsa. Marissa and her fiancé, Dante McDowell, will continue to live in Tulsa, where she will begin her residency in internal medicine at the University of Oklahoma School of Community Medicine. Hannah Bynum. Hannah is the daughter of Beth Parody of Van Buren, Maine, and Scott Parody of Newport, Maine. She graduated from Nokomis Regional High School and received her undergraduate degree from Oklahoma State University. Hannah, her husband Brent, and their daughter Austin will be moving to Augusta, Maine, where she will begin her residency in family medicine at Maine Dartmouth Family Medicine. Yi Chen. Yi is the daughter of Jane Luo of Guiyang, China, and Henry Chen of Jilin, China. She graduated from Union High School and received her undergraduate degree from the University of Tulsa. Yi will continue to live in Tulsa, where she will begin her residency in family medicine at the University of Oklahoma School of Community Medicine. Madison Faye Durand. Madison Faye is the daughter of Jennifer Durand of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Lee Durand of Las Vegas, Nevada. She graduated from Visitation Academy of St. Louis, Missouri, and received her undergraduate degree from the University of Tulsa. Madison Faye and her husband Carter will continue to live in Tulsa, where she will begin her residency in internal medicine at the University of Oklahoma School of Community Medicine. Jake Lee Evans. Jake is the son of Rachel and Buster Evans of Owasso, Oklahoma. He graduated from Sperry High School and received his undergraduate degree from the University of Oklahoma. Jake and his fiancée, Dr. Elizabeth Pasquale, will be moving to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, where he will begin his residency in diagnostic radiology at the University of Oklahoma College of Medicine. Carly Gage Shelton. Carly is the daughter of Dr. Kim and Kirk Gage of Tulsa, Oklahoma. She graduated from Bishop Kelly High School and received her undergraduate degree from the University of Tulsa. Carly and her husband Kent will continue to live in Tulsa, where she will begin a preliminary year in internal medicine at the University of Oklahoma School of Community Medicine. Mary Carolyn Greeno. Mary is the daughter of Kelly and Charles Greeno of Tulsa, Oklahoma. She graduated from Cashel Hall Preparatory School and received her undergraduate degree from the University of Oklahoma. Mary and her husband, Dr. Nicholas Sajadi, will be moving to Oklahoma City, where she will begin her residency in anesthesiology at the University of Oklahoma College of Medicine. Monica Ha. Monica is the daughter of Mary Truong and Con Ha of Muskogee, Oklahoma. She graduated from the Oklahoma School of Science and Mathematics in Oklahoma City and received her undergraduate degree from Northwestern University. Monica and her soon-to-be husband, Kevin Wang, will be moving to Houston, Texas, where she will begin her residency in anesthesiology at the University of Texas Medical School, Houston. Casey Lee House. Casey is the son of Anne Marie and Cliff House of McAllister, Oklahoma. He graduated from McAllister High School and received his undergraduate degree from Oklahoma Baptist University. Casey and his wife Savannah will continue to live in Tulsa, where he will begin his residency in internal medicine at the University of Oklahoma School of Community Medicine. Jonathan Jenkins. Jonathan is the son of Ursula Greiner and Juan Jenkins of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. He graduated from Broken Arrow High School and received his undergraduate degree from Hendrix College in Conway, Arkansas. Jonathan and his wife Carlin will be moving to Minneapolis, Minnesota, where he will begin his residency in general surgery at the University of Minnesota Medical School. Deirdre Kelly. Deirdre is the daughter of Carrie and Russell Musica of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Doug Kelly and Lori Triplehorn of Phoenix, Arizona. She graduated from Holland Hall and received her undergraduate degree from the University of Oklahoma. Deirdre will be moving to Sacramento, California, where she will begin her residency in psychiatry at the University of California, Davis Medical Center. Raneem Khattab. Raneem is the daughter of Dr. Jihad and Jumana Khattab of Tulsa, Oklahoma. She graduated from Peace Academy and received her undergraduate degree from the University of Tulsa. Raneem will be moving to Dallas, Texas, where she will begin her residency in internal medicine at Baylor University Medical Center, Dallas. Stephen Clausen. Stephen will be hooded by his mother, Dr. Catherine Clausen. Stephen is the son of Dr. Catherine and Daniel Clausen of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. He graduated from Union High School and received his undergraduate degree from Wartburg College in Waverly, Iowa. Following a transitional year of training at Mountain View Regional Medical Center in Las Cruces, New Mexico, Stephen and his wife, Sophia, will be moving to Oklahoma City, where he will begin his residency in diagnostic radiology at Integris Health. Antonio Joel Lawrence Loper. Antonio will be hooded by his father, Dr. Tracy Loper. Antonio is the son of Dr. Tracy and Rebecca Loper of Tulsa, Oklahoma. He graduated from Booker T. Washington High School and received his undergraduate degree from Oklahoma State University. Antonio will be moving to Killeen, Texas, where he will begin his residency in psychiatry at Darnall Army Medical Center. Madeline Lyons. Maddie is the daughter of Jana and Jason Lyons of Seattle, Washington. She graduated from Garfield High School and received her undergraduate degree from the University of Tulsa. Maddie will be moving to Portland, Oregon, where she will begin her residency in pediatrics at Oregon Health and Science University. Niall DeLawrence McCullough. Niall is the son of Dr. Victor and Nancy McCullough of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. He graduated from Edmond Memorial High School and received his undergraduate degree from Southwestern Oklahoma State University. He completed his Master of Public Health at the OU Hudson College of Public Health while attending medical school. Now will be moving to Chicago, Illinois, where he will begin his residency in family medicine at the University of Illinois College of Medicine, Chicago. Mark Christopher Means. Mark is the son of Dr. Dana Means of Whispering Pines, North Carolina, and Dr. Robert Means of McKinney, Texas. He graduated from Prosper High School and received his undergraduate degree from the University of Oklahoma. Following a preliminary year of internal medicine at the University of Oklahoma School of Community Medicine in Tulsa, Mark and his wife, Jaden, and their 2 children, Cash and Kensley, will be moving to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where he will begin his residency in anesthesiology at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. Dang Nguyen. Dan is the son of Lucy Chow and nephew of Father Tom Nguyen of Tulsa, Oklahoma. He graduated from Bishop Kelly High School and received his undergraduate degree from the University of Oklahoma. Dan will be moving to Brooklyn, New York, where he will begin his residency in emergency medicine at Maimonides Medical Center. Emily Marie Ogg. Emily is the daughter of Dr. Michael and Sherry Geetson of Pryor, Oklahoma. She graduated from Pryor High School and received her undergraduate degree from Oklahoma State University. Emily and her husband Ryan will continue to live in Tulsa, where she will begin her residency in pediatrics at the University of Oklahoma School of Community Medicine. Ian James Peak. Ian is the son of Karen Diane Sullivan of Tulsa, Oklahoma. He graduated from Union High School and received his undergraduate degree from Yale University. He completed his Master of Public Health at the OU Hudson College of Public Health while attending medical school. Ian will be moving to Brooklyn, New York, where he will begin his residence in obstetrics and gynecology at the State University of New York, Downstate Health Sciences University. Allison Rowe. Allison is the daughter of Pamela and Daryl Rowe of Inola, Oklahoma. She graduated from Inola High School and received her undergraduate degree from the University of Tulsa. Allison and her partner, Christian Wallace, will be moving to Kansas City, Missouri, where she will begin her residency in obstetrics and gynecology at the University of Missouri, Kansas City. Aya Saleh. Aya is the daughter of Dr. Hoda Gadu and Dr. Azaldine Saleh of Tulsa, Oklahoma. She graduated from Peace Academy and received her undergraduate degree from the University of Tulsa. Aya will be staying in Tulsa, where she will begin her residency in internal medicine at the University of Oklahoma School of Community Medicine. Elizabeth Sue. Liz is the daughter of Dr. C.L. and Diana Sue of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. She graduated from Crossings Christian School and received her undergraduate degree from Hendrix College in Conway, Arkansas. Liz and her partner, Zach Cravens, will be moving to Portland, Oregon, where she will begin her residency in urology at Oregon Health and Science University. Henry Unterschutz. Hank is the son of Kirsten Pace and Brett Unterschutz of Tulsa, Oklahoma. He graduated from Edison High School and received his undergraduate degree from the University of Oklahoma. Hank will be moving to Kansas City, Missouri, where he will begin his residency in internal medicine pediatrics at the University of Missouri, Kansas City. Sydney Wyatt. Sydney is the daughter of Retanger and Joe Wyatt of Hera, Oklahoma. She graduated from Choctaw High School and received her undergraduate degree from the University of Oklahoma. Sydney will be moving to Sacramento, California, where she will begin her residency in internal medicine psychiatry at the University of California, Davis Medical Center.
That was fun. It is now my privilege to lead the class of 2023 in the oath of the profession of medicine. Graduates, one of the medical profession's most important, honest, and noble traditions is the taking of an oath at the time of graduation from medical school. We all remember this from when we graduated. So let me take a moment to provide a brief explanation of the Hippocratic Oath. The Hippocratic Oath is an oath historically taken by physicians as one of the most widely known of Greek medical texts. In its original form, the Hippocratic Oath required a new physician to swear to a number of healing gods, such as Apollo, Hygeia, and Panacea, to uphold specific ethical standards. The Hippocratic Oath is the earliest expression of medical ethics in the Western world, establishing several principles of medical ethics that remain of significance today. These include the principles of medical confidentiality, non-maleficence, latter usually meaning do no harm first. Swearing to a modified form of the oath remains a rite of passage for medical graduates in many countries. I now ask our class of 2023 to stand, and in the presence of your faculty, family, and friends, take the oath for the profession of medicine. For the students and those assembled, the oath is printed in the program on page 4. So graduates, please repeat each line after me. Upon being granted admission to the profession of medicine, I solemnly swear by all that I hold most sacred that I will keep this enduring oath. I solemnly swear by all that I hold most sacred that I will keep this enduring oath. I pledge to devote my life to the service of humanity. To the best of my ability and judgment, the health and life of my patients will be my first consideration. To the best of my ability and judgment, the health and life of my patients will be my first consideration. I will lead my life and practice medicine conscientiously and with honor. I will lead my life and practice medicine conscientiously and with honor. I will abstain in treatment from whatever is deleterious and mischievous. I will hold in confidence all that my patients trust and share with me. I will hold in confidence all that my patients trust and share with me. I will not permit consideration of race, religion, nationality, politics, or social standing to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will not permit consideration of race, religion, nationality, politics, or social standing to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will give respect and gratitude to those who taught me the science and the art and will share my knowledge with others. I will give respect and gratitude to those who taught me the science and the art and will share my knowledge with others. I will maintain the integrity and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will maintain the integrity and noble traditions of the medical profession. These promises I make freely and upon my honor in the presence of all those here assembled. May happiness and good repute be granted me while I keep this oath inviolate. May happiness and good repute be granted me while I keep this oath inviolate. Congratulations, doctors. Please be seated. To all in our audience, we thank you for being part of this special occasion and this special day. We ask that the audience in Founders Hall please remain in place during the recessional march of the stage party and graduates. The class of 2023 will exit directly to the back of Founders Hall following the ceremony. Once the recessional has left the hall, we invite all graduates, family friends, and SCM faculty members and staff to join us for a reception. Refreshments and dessert items are available in the lobby. The OU Seal area of the stage will also be available for photographs during the reception. Class of 2023, doctors, you came to medical school full of aspirations and dreams. The faculty and I truly hope that those aspirations and dreams have been realized. We hope that you've come to understand the necessity of lifelong learning, the meaning of professionalism, and the special bond between patients and physicians. The OU College of Medicine School of Community Medicine is a special place, a place where your lives have been transformed and made richer. In years to come, you'll find that memories will always tie you to this institution, to this place, to those who have taught you, and to those who have nurtured, shared, and encouraged your dreams. Please take what you've learned here and excel in your residency training. Have pride in your medical school and in your medical education, just as we have pride in you. Stay connected as interested and active alumni in the School of Community Medicine. We know that those of you who are going elsewhere for residency will take a little bit of us with you and represent us to all that you meet. You go forth into this place, into the world that greatly needs your idealism, your energy, your skills, and your courage. We believe in you, and our best wishes go with you. We are happy and proud today to call each of you doctor. You are a class of extraordinary people that I welcome as colleagues in this marvelous profession of medicine. Now will the platform party and the graduates of the class of 2023 please rise for the recessional.